Hey everyone. Um, I wanted to do this video real quick. Then we'll take a break doing them for a while. But I wanted you to see this. Uh, it's a wintertime tactic that's always worked here. I learned about it about 6 or 7 years ago, and I I I'm amazed that I've never really fished it before, but all it is um, a football jig that we thread on um, a little swim bait, and it's a killer. For years, a wintertime bait for me was um, a man's stingray grub. There's not a lot of action to it. Um, and that was always a good deal to fish on a little uh, a little football head. And there's other baits that you know falls into that category. Uh, the smallie beavers, but when swim baits uh, came on the market, and I mean like really when you seen the Kitex, when the Kitex Swing Impact and Swing Impact Fat, when they got a big following, you started seeing guys using them in the wintertime, and I could never get that through. I always thought, that's more of a uh, the mid to late spring and early summer bait, and the same thing in the fall. But I was showing how to do it, taking these little swim baits and using them on a football head. In the river, it's done with a light head, but when we're fishing largemouth, um, we use a little bit bigger jig. So anyway, I'm flapping my gums here, but we're going to get started. In the vise, we have a 3/8 ounce football head. Of course, my light and camera skills aren't great, but this is electric shad is the color. 3/8 ounce football head. The color is electric shad, and uh, you could see like that violet glitter that's in there. And that's all this is. Electric shad is what I call the pattern. And we're going to start here again. 3/8 ounce electric shad. And it's got a 3/0 BKK 9071 hook. Phenomenal. I'm going to take a little bit of super glue brush on and just a little bit on the collar. And there's a reason why I very seldom use super glue on a collar that has the ring, but on this one I have to, and you'll see why. Now there's my base up top here, and it's like I said, it's a real simple way of just is improving on that technique. And the first thing I'm taking, this is 5 strands. This is clear holographic glitter. And all I'm doing is putting it there, turn it over. And the same thing. Of course, we got to spread the material out. And that's it. You know, you want to use your finger like that to, uh, for any time you have a problem spreading it out. Because with this, the way I'm tying this in, you got to be careful because what it'll do, I mean, it's not critical, but it'll want to slide down because it's right up against that uh, jig head. And what I do with this to make it that I can uh, get this real clean when I cut this off is by making sure that the thread is right up tight against that head. So it allows me to get a really good solid tie, but I don't have the extra hanging down. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to the side. And this is 5 strands of iridescent white. This is one I tell people all the time. I saw it available at Barlow's, and for the longest time I wanted to give that a shot, but I wasn't sure what it would be. And I heed and hawed, and one day I finally said, you know what, I'm getting it. Um, that's just I gotta do it. And boy, was I glad I got that. Because you know, when you look at the pictures on the internet, you know, regardless if you're using a PC or a phone, um, they do not look at all like uh, I shouldn't say at all. I should say they don't really resemble with the greatest of accuracy the colors that um, you get when you're actually holding it. The colors are a little bit different. Sometimes they look pretty close. Sometimes they're not in the ballpark. So I have this tied in. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this that you can see it a little better. There. There we go. I apologize for that. That just messed me up a little bit. That's all. And now we're just going to whip finish it and put some uh, head cement. Now our head cement. And we'll free this up. And we're going to put a weed guard in here as well. The FG12 in clear, because this is the Aberdeen model football jig. It takes the FG12 and super glue gel. And this is what we have so far. And then we take, this is a Bass Pro Shops max speeds, a max speed shad in the 2.8 size. And there you have it. This is our little wintertime football jig with the swim bait. And all you'll have is this, you're dragging it across the bottom. This skirt material will give it a little bit of extra visibility. You know, we got the iridescent white and clear holographic in there. And that's the thing, when we started doing this, I should say when I started doing it, I started doing the football jig with the swim bait on it. And a friend of mine said, why don't you put some skirt material on there and see what happens, just a little bit. And that's how this thing came about. Just a few strands. That's all we thought you know, just enough to see if it makes a difference. And it did make a difference. We saw the catch rates go up significantly. So it does work, adding this little extra skirt material. And I think that's what it is. I think this looks like a minnow feeding off the bottom when you're dragging this through rocks and, you know, any kind of bottom structure, humps and ditches. But there you have it. Our little swim bait football jig, whatever you want to call it. But it does work. It's a wintertime pattern that if you're lost and you don't know what to try, give this a shot. There you have it. Well, thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think. Thank you. Yeah, right.